It was 10:17 p.m. The hallway lamp blinked once, and I realized I wanted something warm and chocolatey that wouldn't have me awake at midnight. I reached into the pantry, the jar gave a soft clink, and that's how tonight's little experiment began. A Cacao-Husk and Rooibos night elixir, cozy and low on stimulation. Stay with us for the recipe. Welcome to Earthy Remedy, your space for natural remedies, real food, and everyday wellness. The evidence shows that small evening rituals help your body wind down, and today's drink is built for that gentle shift. I'm Sam Nang Bradley, your host and wellness guide. Tonight, we'll mix a little tradition, a little kitchen science, and a straightforward recipe you can make from pantry staples: cacao husks, Rooibos, warm spices, and a bright ribbon of orange. And I'm Fiona Thompson. Let's break this down gently. Why choose husks, how Rooibos complements them, and what to watch for if you're sensitive to stimulants. I'll share the step-by-step so you can brew along. A few nights back, after a day that felt longer than it should, I wanted comfort, not the jittery kind. I remembered the jar of cacao husks from a baking project, a little zero-waste curiosity. I steeped a tiny amount with Rooibos and spices, held the mug, and felt something shift. It wasn't instant sleep, but it was a gentle permission to slow down. The science behind that feeling is part chemistry and part ritual. First, the chemistry. Some cacao parts contained theobromine and caffeine, but the amounts differ by plant part. Cacao husks usually have much lower theobromine than cocoa powder or chocolate. Nutrient-wise, husk infusions can deliver polyphenols and minerals without concentrating stimulants. Wait, really? Lower theobromine in the husks? That surprised me the first time I tried it. Yes, the data suggests husks are generally lower in stimulants compared with nibs or cocoa powder. Rooibos, importantly, brings no caffeine at all, so when you blend a light cacao husk infusion with Rooibos, you preserve chocolate aroma while keeping stimulant load low. There's also a cultural thread here. In cacao-growing regions, people have long used roasted shells or byproducts as warming drinks, an everyday way to stretch ingredients and share warmth. It's practical and beautiful. The ritual becomes part of family rhythm. That communal memory matters. Rituals amplify physiological effects because they signal safety to your nervous system. Nutritionally speaking, combining husks with Rooibos gives you minerals like magnesium and antioxidant polyphenols in a gently infused form. Okay, let's make it. I'll read the ingredients slowly so listeners can jot them down or just follow along. We'll also have a printable version in the show notes. Ingredients: 1 cup of water, that's 240 milliliters, 2 tablespoons of cacao husks, 1 tablespoon of loose Rooibos, or 1 Rooibos tea bag, half a teaspoon ground cinnamon, 1 small strip of orange zest, avoiding the white pith. Optional, 1 teaspoon honey or 1 teaspoon maple syrup, and 1 tablespoon milk or plant milk for creaminess. If you prefer no sweetener, it's lovely without. Equipment: a small pot, a spoon, a fine strainer or tea infuser, and a mug. Keep everything ready so the moment feels calm, not fussy. Step 1. Pour 1 cup of water into your pot and set it over medium heat. Step 2. While the water warms, measure 2 tablespoons cacao husks and 1 tablespoon Rooibos. Notice the dry sense. Cacao husks are lightly chocolatey. Rooibos has warm, sweet hay notes. Step 3. When the water is steaming and small bubbles gather at the edges, not a rolling boil, add the husks, Rooibos, and half a teaspoon of cinnamon. Stir gently, then lower the heat. Step 4. Let it simmer very gently for 5 minutes. You'll see the liquid warm to an amber to cocoa hue, and the aroma will open up. That's the flavor infusing. Don't let it boil. A hard boil can sharpen spices. That's 5 minutes, not 10. Step 5. Turn off the heat, add the orange zest, and if you like sweetness, 1 teaspoon of honey or maple. Let it steep off heat for 2 minutes so the citrus brightens without turning bitter. Step 6. Strain into your mug. If you're adding milk, pour 1 tablespoon now and stir slowly so it warms without separating. Small sensory note. Inhale now. The chocolate, cinnamon, and citrus should feel balanced. Quick tip. For a foamier, cafe-like feel, whisk briefly with a frother or shake in a tightly sealed jar. That little froth makes it feel indulgent without extra caffeine. Storage and serving. Make a double batch and refrigerate in a sealed jar for up to 3 days. Reheat gently on the stove or in the microwave at medium power. Best enjoyed about an hour before bed or after dinner as a low-stimulus comfort sip. Variations. Rooibos only for total caffeine-free, a pinch of nutmeg for warmth, or maple instead of honey for a vegan option. I'll be honest, I like a teaspoon of honey in mine. It feels like an extra hug, but I know some listeners prefer maple or skip sweeteners altogether. That's fine. And from a clinical perspective, for people who are pregnant or breastfeeding, I recommend caution with any routine new ingredient. The evidence evolves, and while small amounts of husk are likely low in stimulants, check with your clinician before making it a nightly habit. If in doubt, choose Rooibos only or earlier evening consumption. Common mistakes to avoid. Don't overboil the mixture, which can produce bitter notes. Don't start with too much cacao husk if you're unsure about theobromine sensitivity. Begin with 1 tablespoon and see how you feel. And always check husks for freshness. If they look damp or smell off, toss them. To summarize, cacao husks give chocolate aroma with typically lower stimulant levels than cocoa powder. Rooibos is caffeine-free and soothing, and the ritual of preparing and sipping supports bedtime cues. The evidence supports choosing lower stimulant, nutrient-forward drinks as part of evening routines. We'd love to hear how your elixir turns out. Did you swap a spice? Use oat milk? Send a voice message or DM us at the handle in the show notes. Your variations help everyone learn. If you want more details, the full recipe, sourcing tips, and a printable card are in the show notes. Subscribe to Earthy Remedy for more pantry-based zero-waste rituals. The research shows small routines compound over time. They help you feel steadier. Listen to your body. Trust the earth. Feel the difference. Before we go, a quick bonus. For batch making, steep a double batch and strain into a jar. For a budget-friendly twist, use 1 Rooibos bag plus a tablespoon of chopped husk. If it feels jittery, reduce husks next time or switch to Rooibos only. One last sensory moment. Hold your mug. Feel the warmth. Close your eyes if you can. Inhale. Notice the cocoa, cinnamon, and orange. Take a slow sip. Let it rest on your tongue and exhale. That pause is part of the remedy. If this episode helped you, subscribe so you don't miss future remedies and recipes. Send questions and your versions to the contact in the show notes. We read every message. Until next time, breathe, sip, and trust the earth. This is Fiona Thompson. And I'm Sam Nang Bradley. Thanks for listening to Earthy Remedy. Listen to your body. Trust the earth. Feel the difference.